Race Canada last night, you might want to step away for a few minutes. The second leg of the race took teams to Fort McMurray, Alberta, and unfortunately, another team was eliminated.
We're here.
Dan and Rhea, you two are the last team to arrive. I am sorry to tell you this, but you have been eliminated from the race.
That's okay.
We did it.
We did. We tried our hardest.
Dan and Rhea fell behind at the first roadblock, but ended up impressing everyone with their shooting skills later in the day. And despite coming in last, Dan and Rhea still had a lot of fun on the race, and they're with us in studio. All right, honesty time. Was it really okay that you got eliminated in Fort McMurray?
It hurt a little, stung just a tad, but then, I don't know, we were just grateful for the experience, you know?
Yeah.
So we were very appreciative of everything.
Okay, Rhea, you started out on the ropes course.
Yeah.
So what was that all about?
Well, it was really fun. I have to say, like, I was talking to Daniel, and I was like, I would pay for this experience. Like, you know, if it was like, it was really fun. It was tough when everyone was getting clues, like finding the clues, and I wasn't, considering I wasn't the last one there. So that was definitely really tough to go through.
And next there was a skeet shooting challenge.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah. So when you first realized this is what you were going to do, what were your thoughts?
There's no way this is happening. I have terrible aim. I
have to say, he has horrible aim. If there's a garbage can right here, he cannot even throw trash into it. So when we saw that challenge, I was like...
It's really... Okay, she's overexcited.
No, I'm not overexcited.
It was a little tough at first. At first, I didn't even know what I was trying to aim for, what I was shooting. And then, for some reason, something just, like,
ignited.
I was like, okay, I got this.
You got the eye of the tiger.
Pow, 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 pow.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people, when they heard that this show was going to be taking place in Fort McMurray, we wondered what it was going to be like and what the impact was going to be on the racers. What was it like for you to enter that? Because the fires are long gone, but the devastation remains.
For sure.
So what were your thoughts?
Seeing everything, like, it's one thing to see it on TV, but then to actually be there and witness how the entire town was completely burnt down. Flying on top when we were landing, the entire place is ashes. It's all black.
It was very devastating. Like, when we ripped that clue and I saw Fort Mac, like, I was just thinking about the fires that happened last summer, and when we went there, it was just so surreal. Because you hear that on the news, but being there, you really put yourself into the people of that town. Yeah. It was just devastating.
So, so many people, when they watch The Amazing Race, one of the reasons they love watching the race is because they say, you know, I could do that. What do you know now? What do you know now about the race that you didn't know before?
Well, I knew I couldn't do it. I still couldn't do it.
It's a lot more tough when you're actually doing it. It's the pressure. It's what we call, the racers called race brain. Yeah. You're just like all over the place, and when you're sitting on your couch, you're like, please, that's the target. But there you are, a blur.
And even when we were going on, I was like, you know what? I feel like it's hard. It looks harder than it actually is.
That's what we thought.
But it's a complete other way.
It's the other way.
It's much harder than what it's actually shown.
And what about picking a partner? Because everybody also knows that one person. They say, I could do it with that person. Together, we would be unstoppable. What did you think it was going to be like together? And then what was it like actually?
Well, we've been best friends for 15 years.
But that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be
true.
Right. So we also get a little annoyed with each other. But the thing is, I can stand her. You know what I mean? I can't stand many people for too long.
So not wanting to kill your partner.
Yeah,
that's at the top of your list.
Top of the list.
It's tough because it is pressure. Yeah. It is Daniel and I always said we cannot blame each other because say one of us really caused the race, but you can't hold it against the other one. So that's
and despite despite leaving early, no regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets.
Except my backpack.
What happened?
Biggest backpack I have ever had in my life. It was so heavy. It was half of my size.
The other racers are like, why are your backpacks so big? And I'm like, I don't even know.
At one point, I'm running up the hill, and I'm like going backwards. I'm like falling.
Finally, what experience are you going to take away from this?
I think the biggest thing we learned was how Daniel and I doubt ourselves a lot, and that kind of costed us a lot of things in the race. And what we're going to take away is do not doubt ourselves in what we do. Like, we have a YouTube channel together. And don't doubt yourself when we want to put out certain content, creativity, like, just do it. Just do it.
Dan and Rhea, thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
See you soon.
Thank you.
You can catch The Amazing Race Canada Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. on CTV.